I've heard the stories about people losing their jobs because of what they posted on Instagram or Facebook. But you know, you can actually use your social media to help you land your next job. Listen to this. 57% of employers use social media such as LinkedIn to find employees. 19% or nearly 1 in 5 companies find new hires through Facebook. Matt Sweetwood, social media expert and contributor for the Huffington Post, is here to share advice and tell us how to use your social media platforms to become a more attractive candidate to potential employers. Matt, those numbers are pretty hard to believe, that people are trolling around Facebook looking for employees, but you say that's what they're doing?
Absolutely. Good morning, by the way.
Good morning. Good morning to you.
Absolutely. Employers are looking to find as much information as they can about potential employees. And, you know, everybody submits a resume, but they're looking beyond that to try to distinguish candidates. And social media is a way where they can see your honest side. Your honest side.
Now, first of all, how daunting is it for people of a certain age, shall we say? I mean, I know it's intimidating. My kids can handle social media pretty easily. People in middle age are saying, I can't do this.
Right. Well, social media obviously is a broad topic. So I would say start with a LinkedIn profile, because as we saw, 57% of companies are hiring from that. So you should start with that. And there are resources out on the web if you don't know what to do.
And in terms of that LinkedIn profile, people say, what do I need? I need a picture, I need a resume. What do you got to put on that LinkedIn profile?
Okay, the LinkedIn profile, first of all, should absolutely match your resume perfectly. One of the biggest disqualifiers that people find in a job is when they say one thing on their resume and their LinkedIn profile.
Oh, so they're lying on their resume, but they forgot to tell you, oops, it's over here.
It might not even be a lie. It might just be a discrepancy in the job description. It could be just something, you know, a different date or something like that. And then in terms of a profile picture, you want to look professional in all your social media, even on Facebook.
Do you, that's a good question about a picture itself. Do you use the picture that you look good at the birthday party, or do you go get a professional one made?
Absolutely.
There's the answer.
Right. Absolutely. On LinkedIn, you absolutely want a professional picture. On Facebook, you can get away with a slightly less professional picture, but nothing inappropriate.
What about stuff like email addresses? You always have 2 or 3. How do you juggle all that?
Okay, so your email address should look professional. So you want to make a professional presentation no matter what you do. Anybody can create a resume, and resumes tend to look alike. That's why they go out to social media, so they can see what you're about. So you want your email address to match your name. It shouldn't be something, you know, like Cutie Pie or, not that I think you're using Cutie Pie, but you want it to really be professional.
And you know, one things we tell our kids, which is, don't put those stupid party pictures on Facebook where you're at your college dorm. What do you say to adults? Is it the same drill?
They surveyed hiring managers. There was a recent survey by the Society of Human Resources Managers, and they found about 50% of people had put salacious pictures on there and disqualified themselves.
What about other things like politics? Should you, I imagine, stay away?
Yeah, I mean, so this is one of those things where, you know, we are in a free speech society, and you should be able to say anything, but hiring managers are human beings.
Right.
So if your hiring manager for the company that you really want to work for is a Hillary Clinton supporter, and you're posting "Make America Great Again" all day, you know, she's a humean being, and she's going to be less likely to consider you over somebody else. I really believe that.
Or if you're a Yankee fan and this is a Red Sox fan, I mean, I don't think it's that serious.
That's right, absolutely. But no, I mean, in that case, I think you go with I mean, it's a sports team, so that's more important than getting a job. Right.
What's the single most important thing you say to people when they're venturing out into this world? Because it is so intimidating.
Yeah, I mean, they really need to have an accurate, up-to-date LinkedIn profile, and it needs to perfectly match the resume. I can't emphasize that enough. And it needs to be complete. They need to fill out that LinkedIn profile top to bottom. Companies use automated searches to find employees, so that profile needs to be filled out perfectly.
And you're saying that this is the way to go, right? The old school is done, right?
Absolutely. Less than 35% of the companies actually still don't use social media, which means that 65% of companies are actually using social media to hire people.
Unbelievable.
So you'll be in even a smaller group if you don't use it.
It's a brave new world.
It is a brave new world.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Matt Sweetwood, for joining us. If you missed any of Matt's tips, just head to our website. You see, we do this here too, CBSNewYork.com. And remember, CBS New York is also on social media. Make sure to add us on Facebook and Twitter.